Thank you. It's incredible that I'm here in Colden, New York for 19 years. So welcome here. So I will talk a little bit on my history, how Lateral evolved. I'm of course very conflicted, even more now. The evolution of Lateral. So we start doing this through endoscopy in 2001, like laparoscopic procedure laterally. We published, and these are cages that we built in Brazil, the titanium cages that now everybody uses, but at that time was solid and all them subsided, 100% subsidence. So took a lot for lateral procedure to convince people. I flew around the country here, the United States, and I heard so many, I'm not interested, and now you are a legend. I was a crazy guy, I was a cowboy, and now I'm a legend. But this is how hard innovation is, right? But we start doing, and we launch Lateral in 2003. It's around 25 years that we are doing this, and we published the first paper. Actually, was my name was not in the first name. So in some books, they say that the first to report Lateral was Osgood. Osgood was the fellow from Taylor that learned with me, and I'm in the paper as well, but not in the first name. So the Lateral is well published, and the advantage of Lateral, everybody, I think at this point knows that has the best fusion possible, probably in all, compared to all other techniques, especially TLIF. That's why I hate TLIF, right? My good friend TLIFer. But it's not only that reason, but it's minimally invasive in the sense that it's not the incision that makes Lateral minimally invasive, because sometimes my incision is as big as 10 centimeters, depending what I do from Lateral. But because you preserve the stabilization muscle in the back. So I agree with Nyoana that you need to preserve the stabilization muscle at least as more you can, right? So it's very less morbid. You preserve bone because you go direct to the disc. You have to learn how to manage around the nerves, but is rely in the beginning on indirect decompression. Now anymore. So here is again, I will not repeat what I said, but neuromonitoring is critical. In the beginning, we had only EMG. Now we have more than triggered EMG. We have triggered SSEPs. We have triggered motors. And this is a very good evolution and very important for Lateral procedure. So what you can see the evolution year by year. We start doing this for one level, then multi-levels. Then we went to thoracic disc replacements. We had a good experience with Lateral disc replacements. Actually, we are planning to bring it back recently. Deformity also came more recent, corpectomy, and then single position. So single position is a good time to transient the single position to the real single position that is prone. But here all the advantage, when we start thinking about prone, we thought, why only 20% of spine surgeons adopt Lateral, right? It has a reason. It's not super super straightforward lateral procedures, you see that you use all these tapes. You saw some taping slides here. It's not very good for posterior work, right? When you have a case that you really need the posterior work, you need to flip patient. And flipping patient, you lose time, etc., or you make less efficient surgery, more difficult to achieve lordosis compared to prone. So when we turn the patient to prone, then we found that is much better for lordosis by itself, by the position. We don't tape anymore. We have specific positioners that hold the patient in the thoracic and in the pelvis, and we do coronal rotation to clear the pelvis from 4-5 and under the ribs. This is much better procedure. Is not much better lateral. It's better procedure because when you work posterior, you really work posterior. You can do osteotomies, etc. And we learned a lot turning the patient to prone because we learn what the changes of anatomical changes the position makes, brings the full psoas backwards with the plexus more backwards, so more space, safer. We don't target anymore close to the nerve. We target much more anterior now and far from the nerve, and we open the retractor more posterior. Our retractor is different. It's two-blade retractor, not anymore three-blade retractor. We open only what is necessary to retract the psoas. Psoas is very delicate muscle, and if you don't work well, the patient has difficulty to raise the leg in the postoperative. How we do deformities, the point, we always target the concavity, not the convexity. Then by the coronal rotation, we have much easier access to 4-5, as I mentioned. We also learned to do a different neuromonitoring. We also learned lordosis. We did studies on lordosis, and here the retractor with two blades retractor, and looking to the SSCPs. And once we open the retractor, if the SSCP shows a different leg color, you close the retractor, wait to the waves to come back, and reopen the retractor. Here we also published complication because we had friends in meetings that accused us that we were hiding our complications, and we had so many bowel injuries. So we did several publications on approach, and the publications, the biggest one is around 2,000 patients that we had. I don't know how many bowel. We had 2 or 3 bowels in 2,000 cases, bowel injuries and neurological injuries. It's very similar from when the patient is in lateral. The correction that is achieved is much better now with the prone position for sure, because of a better posterior work. We can really, this is the paper of the complications. And so here you can see images. You can see that is a very ergonomic position, different from lateral again. The size of the retroperitoneal space is bigger. We did cadaveric studies to prove this. We also learned the Mickey Mouse, not all Mickey Mouse cases are transitional levels. In this position, you move the plexus posterior, remember? So the PTP also evolved, and you can see the evolution here. We are evolving. We have a specific retractor for corpectomy. We are doing now with navigation and robotic is about to be launched. The Valence is a new robotic navigation. I believe much more is a better navigation than better Lordot. And this is the complications that I already talked. So again, is a better procedure. This is a specific case that I'm finishing. Is a specific case that we start from posterior. We sometimes do facetectomy first, correct the grade 2 spongy, and then you place your cage lateral. So you can start from posterior, can go lateral, and you can do multi-level cases much more efficient and with the alignment, proper alignment. Thank you very much.